Maybe he got hit by the train and he's dead. What is going on?
Because he saw that. It just goes from one nightmare to another, doesn't it? There's been highs, Sean. There's been lows.
Lows.
And we're at the end of our Halloween journey.
We are at the end. However, this doesn't mean we're going to stop with the horror. We do have a few more horrors coming after Halloween because we know that everyone hates it when Halloween ends and there's just
why
no
end the
more
fun?
Halloween content.
Why end the party, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to extend it a little bit, you know? We're going to give you a few more after this, but today is essentially the last day of October. So we want to end on a bit of a high.
I mean, I hope it's a high.
I hope it's high.
People have been requested this since we started.
Yeah, it really has. So today we're going to watch
Jacob's Ladder.
Now, I know nothing about this film. Absolutely nothing.
Now, people recommended this when we watched Donnie Darko, so I don't know whether there's some time weird science thing. I'm sure Jacob's Ladder is some science.
Maybe it's got. Maybe it's just a similar tone. Yeah. But the tagline is, "The most frightening thing about Jacob Singer's nightmare is that he isn't dreaming." But I don't know anything about it. Obviously, he's saying that he isn't dreaming, but he's having nightmares. So maybe it's like he's hallucinating.
Oh, wouldn't that be a freaky concept though? If like he knows he's having a nightmare, but he can't wake up.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, nightmare.
It's Freddy Krueger in this.
But other than that, the box shows a load of people without any eyes.
My only fear, mate, is that people have been requesting this because it's somehow not controversial, but because it's completely out there and weird.
Maybe. I think we're done with the controversial because I think we would have heard that this is a controversial film.
Yeah.
But maybe it is a bit wacky. Maybe it is a bit weird. You don't hear people talking about this film very often.
No.
The first time I heard of it is when someone dropped a comment on our.
There's a remake of it though.
Is there?
I'm sure there is. When I looked up, there's a remake of it. Maybe TV or film.
Now, when I asked my dad, he said that he couldn't get into this film. But he also said he couldn't get into Brain Dead, and
that was amazing.
That was insane. So let's hope that this delivers. But yeah, I don't have much else to say about it, but let's get into it.
Let's watch.
Yeah.
Cinema Halloween horror rules, and we are watching Jacob's Ladder.
We got movement in the tree line! Shit. Movement in the tree line! Get on there! 1, 3, 2, 0!
It always...
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
What's wrong with you? It's my head!
Whoa. Have they been poisoned? Oh! Is that the same guy? I hate the screeching of the subway as well. Oh! What the hell? That looked like some tail thing. Yeah, I'd jump out there as well. What was that? No idea. He's gonna try and cross. Bad idea, dude. Oh my god. That's no train. Is it? Yeah! He doesn't know which way he's gonna go! Oh, Jesus. What the? That is haunting.
There were people on there staring.
That is really haunting.
Creepy.
The
That's
music.
weird, yeah.
Is that supposed to be him as a kid?
Or is it his kid?
Or is it his kid? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh.
Oh, God.
Is this the one who died before you went to Vietnam?
is she doing? She seems like a...
What is she doing?
I don't like things that make you cry.
Yeah, but sometimes crying is good for you. What the... She just threw up. She's a crazy...
Like the fact that he's had another life. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
You know you look like an angel, Louis. Like an overgrown cherub. Anyone ever tell you that?
Yeah. You. Every time I see you.
Maybe he got hit by the train and he's dead.
It's a bit random.
They're just singing the Postman song to him.
What the... Are they trying to hit him? What the... What the hell is that?
That was the same face as on the...
No, but there was a one in a sock, kind of tight, but then there was another one. There was like a...
It looked more like a demon to me
Yeah.
than some sock, mate.
I need to see Dr. Carlson, please.
Carlson? Is he new here?
No, he's been here for years.
What? You look like an angel.
Not according to my charts.
Is he dead? I don't know.
Well, he doesn't exist.
I want to talk to Dr. Carlson. He knows me.
What is that? What's coming out of... Why? What is going on?
Because he saw that.
Why are they trying to get
what
him?
the hell was that though? Some horn thing.
But why are they trying to get him down? He did nothing. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Dr. Carlson, isn't this his office? Just a minute.
He's in a mental institute, isn't he?
I'm so sorry. Dr. Carlson died. It was a car accident.
Do you think this is some like Shutter Island
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, who's this?
It's the devil. Make crows. Come on. Oh! What the hell was that?
Sheep's head he saw in there.
Oh!
She's a bit sick.
What just went through her?
If you go crazy, Jake, you're going crazy about yourself. You understand? Oh my god, I'm calling the doctor.
It's because he's in hell. He's too hot.
You're convinced he's in hell?
I think he is. That's what my reaction would be if I got forced into an ice bath. Oh, hi, Macaulay.
What was that noise?
Just when you think you've seen all of his films, he's in even more films.
Yeah. Oh, Culkin.
What are you doing up?
It's cold.
They're all dead. That's why they're so cold.
You reckon? That was a weird...
Lucky guy, Jake. You must have friends in high places.
Or low.
You know you melted 50 pounds of ice in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Am I dead?
He is dead.
Do something. Go to a movie. Go enjoy yourself. One of us should be having a good time.
One of us. Yeah. Get out of here then.
Anybody in there? Anybody home?
Oh!
Who are you?
Fuck you. 2 weeks of this shit? Had enough. Go ahead and rot if you want.
That was freaky.
Nothing helps.
He's gonna die and go to hell, and Jacob is gonna see that and he's gonna try and climb out of it. But then
Yeah, because everyone started going weird, didn't they?
Car's gonna blow up. I knew it. They talked about the doctor. The doctor got into a car accident, didn't he? Oh
Yeah, this must be the present.
Yeah.
And he's on the edge of life and death.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is, the present.
Hey! Hey! What is this? What is this? Help!
What the hell? Where are they taking him? It's the government.
The FBI.
The army was part of another life. That lie. I hope you've made a point, Mr. C.
What if in the end it turns out they were like experimented on by the army?
Oh, for crying out loud. Ow. Ow.
It just goes from one nightmare to another, doesn't it?
Oh!
Is this like more hell now?
What? Oh!
You saw that before?
Yeah.
Is this actually mimicking the surgery that's happening to him in the war?
Maybe.
Whoa!
What is happening?
I like there's no music.
You've been killed. Don't you remember? Watch it carefully.
This is Vietnam.
Why don't you just burn him at the stake and put him out of his misery? You're gonna have to leave. Stay back! Don't come near me. You understand what this is? Like jail? Stay back! Take one step and I'll wrap this around your neck. Come on. All right, calm down. Back! Calm down.
Jeez.
What the hell?
If you're frightened of dying and you're holding on, you'll see devils tearing your life away. But if you've made your peace, then the devils are really angels, freeing you from the earth.
So the reason why he's seeing demons tearing his life away is because he hasn't made peace yet. Honorable discharge.
See what you're hearing now.
Gabe.
That's the little one, yeah. The bike
Yeah,
that
the
you saw in
bike.
the hospital. You saw him in the
Holy f***ing sh**.
So a couple days later, they decide to use the ladder on one test battalion. Yours. Just an infinitesimal dose in the food supply, they said, just to prove its effectiveness.
I thought they were poisoned.
A couple days later, it was finished. You guys never saw it.
So it wasn't an attack. It was a fight, right?
Yeah. But now it's a calm.
with each other.
I needed to find you, you know? I felt responsible. Lada was my baby.
Well, what do you do with that information? That's mental, though.
Oh, he was stabbed by one of his own people.
Yeah. Did he have something to do with his kid's death?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why he's not at peace.
Is that heaven?
Yeah. He's alive.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Hey, that was the guy.
Yeah.
Singer. Jacobs.
Wow. Based on a true story.
So, the drug really happened then?
That's the thing, I don't know. The Pentagon denied it.
Yeah. So that was our last one to finish on, and you said not necessarily a horror. And there's some horror elements, isn't it? It's more of a
struggle.
A kind of a drama, a psychological drama, isn't it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of films like Memento and Shutter Island.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
of the psychological side of things.
I think the film heavily implied, in my opinion, that Jacob accidentally was the cause of the accident that killed his son, and that's why he had the struggle of the internal struggle with himself and making peace with himself.
There's a real
because he felt like he deserved to go to hell, but then
I see that.
made peace with himself and made peace with his son, and then
maybe that's the case that he's. You do see him walking with the bike at the same time as the accident happened.
Yeah.
I think as well though maybe there's the horror comes from the guilt, doesn't it? And you can either associate that with the war and the conflict, because I think it's equally like a Vietnam War film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or perhaps it is that emotional guilt that he has with his family, and that's the horror as well of that relationship that he's stuck in, and the fact that it's someone else just exaggerates that distance within that he's away from his own wife and that he's never able to have that family again. It's just
that family connection.
It's a real nightmare, isn't it?
He's on his own.
He
feels like he's on his own because she is a stranger to him still, but it's a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
I feel like the drug is almost the drug is a metaphor for war, because once you go to war, you are changed as a person.
Yeah. And then again the guilt,
the drug is like exaggerates aggression, and so does war. When you go to war, you're forced to do unspeakable things, and it changes you as a person. And maybe that drug was just a metaphor for the Vietnam War. I don't know whether the drug and the rumours of the drug are true, but I think they use the drug as a catalyst to kind of convey that.
I really like the biblical allusions with the demons and the angels, and the idea of the duality of them. So they are either they work as the same. Because again, that's a metaphor that could go for miles, couldn't it? It could be about the good and evil within you
everyone
as a person, and the two sides to your own conscience. And overcoming that, seeing it in a different light, things like that. But it works quite well. I don't. It's weird, isn't it? It's horrifying, but it's definitely not horror.
No, definitely not. I think.
I'm glad we've seen it. I think Tim Robbins did well in the role, presenting someone who's conflicted. I just wanted it to be a little bit more non-subtle. I just wanted it to be a little bit more like he did have a battle with his conscience. It's a little bit too subtle.
Really, I didn't think it was subtle enough, because I felt that we understood the premise of what was going on very early on, and I thought that he could have dragged that up until the end, and it would have been a bigger reveal. Because about halfway through the film, we understood that he was in purgatory. He was fighting with his own demons, and he was trying to be at peace with himself. And then from the last like half an hour, it was like kind of just waiting for him to do it.
As a character, he never really acknowledged it himself or spoke about it.
I think that's what he did at the very, very end.
Yeah. But for me, I just would have wanted something maybe halfway through where he acknowledges some sort of guilt himself. Because we were aware of it. It actually conveys purgatory quite well. It has that effect on you where you know it's unnatural, so you don't really want to like it, but that's the intention.
But you also don't know what's real and what's not. So there's scenes where he's with his his actual family, and he's just like, hang on a minute, did this actually happen, or is he imagining this? So I feel I do feel that the purgatory element to this, they edited the film brilliantly to convey that concept.
It's almost as if the
visually.
It's almost as if the film's really intelligent. I think it is, but it's almost as if it just tries to do too much. It has so much to say, and multiple ways of doing it. You know, it's a war film. It's a film about human conscience. It's a film about good and evil, and with all the biblical allusions, as well as the war, as well as the trauma, as well as this psychological drug. There's just lots of stuff there, isn't it?
I did really like the ending where he went up the stairs with his son, but also where the camera stuck on him dead in that tent for a while. I really liked that. It was very effective.
Do you know what I just would have liked though? Some kind of, maybe in the house he's talking to that woman who plays his like girlfriend.
To kind of like call her out and then have an argument and be like, I'm done with you.
But then he accepts, and she doesn't necessarily turn into his son, but his son is there then instead. And that just gets the motif of the angels and demons. And things like that.
Maybe. But that's nitpicking, I think.
No, let's rate
it. So, Jacob's Ladder, a film I was expected to be more horrifying, but was pleasantly surprised that it was
different,
very different and intellectual. It had something to say, and it was actually quite easy to follow. We had questions throughout, but the audience was able to figure it out for themselves. I feel that I would probably watch this film again. It is a slow burn, but I think the landing, it just didn't hit the landing as I would have liked to. But I still think the cinematography and the direction is really, really good here. So I'm going to rate it 7.9 out of 10.
I actually found this film was a little bit horrifying, but it was a difficult watch as well. I feel like the concept of death, when it's tackled in this way, is so unnerving to think about, isn't it? But I really admire this film because it does so much. Really, and doesn't mess itself up. So I think there's an intrigue. It's a real intriguing concept as well. I'm just going to give it a 7.6 because I don't know what it is about it. There's just something, I think, maybe it's just because it feels unnerving, but there's just something about it. But that's still a great score. I like the film.
Yeah.
So that was Jacob's Ladder, one that people have been asking us to do for ages.
Yeah.
And I'm glad people recommended that because I thought people would recommend it. I thought people were recommending it because it was just weird in a more just horror and gore, nonsensical and sort of way. But no, it did.
It's actually quite poetic.
It is, yeah. I think it is. But I understand. Yeah, I understand why it's not talked about too much today, though.
I understand as well because
I think it's a film that like your average audience goer wouldn't necessarily understand as much.
Yeah.
So a film like Inception, for example, which is similar in terms of psychological themes, also is an action film.
Yeah.
Whereas this isn't necessarily; it's more drama.
Drama, yeah. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with our scores? 7.9, 7.6. What is your score of this movie? Where do you rank all of the horror movies that we've done this Halloween?
What was the best for you so far this Halloween?
It was between, I think, Brain Dead or The Blob or...
Chucky was good though.
Chucky as well, yeah. So it's between those three, I think.
Yeah.
I did like The Hills of Eyes as well.
No.
Some didn't like it, but...
But we've watched some good ones. We've watched a range.
Yeah.
More horror
still
to come.
We don't want to stop just there. We're going to add a few more on the end, so
stay tuned.
So stay tuned for that. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to watch full length reaction, link in the description. But without further ado,
just climb up the ladder.